Alrighty, welcome to the video on perimeter. I'm working with Cedric, and on the pretest, if you go to page 25 and look at number 29, page 25, number 29, and you can pause if you need to find it first. Uh-oh, is that wrong?
What you talking about?
Uh-oh, I think I got the wrong page and number already.
Yeah, I think you said page 29.
Page 25, number 29 is right here. And the question says, what is the perimeter of the figure? And they give us this drawing. The first thing we're going to do is redraw this on our paper. Hit pause to redraw, or do it with us. Alright, Sid. Draw it out. You need a pencil? There you are.
You should use the marker.
Go ahead and draw it out. I'll grab a pencil. Alright, I got my own pen here. Alright, redrawing the figure. So, it's like one of these step looking things, huh? It's kind of long. And the first one is one. How many steps we got there? We got one. So, our drawing, we have 4 steps like they showed. Now we'll write in our measurements that they give us. So they tell us 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And sorry about my inaccurate drawing, but that's not much my skill. Alright, so we got to figure out 2 sides before we can finish this off. The first thing is we got to find how high this is said, right? And what we can do then is we can look at each step, and if we add up our steps, you know, it tells us how high it should be, right?
Yes.
So, oh yeah, you kind of drew it in like almost like a grid. That's not a bad idea. You can draw it in like a grid if you want. That might help you. Alright, said. So on your drawing here, which is actually quite nice, better than mine, how high is this thing? If we add up our steps. Well, let's see here. You follow me? 1, 2, 3, 4 high. So let's write our 4 in, right? Same on mine, 4. Now we got to figure out how long this thing is, right? And again, we can use these lengths up here. If we add them up, it'll tell us how long the bottom is, right? So we got what? 2, 4, 6, and 8. Alright. Perimeter. Here we go. You ready? Perimeter is really quite easy. Perimeter. All we got to do for perimeter is as simple as add all sides. So now that we've found all our sides, we solved for that, we just got to add them up. So if we're adding up, we're adding, let's see, 4 and 8, which is 12, right? Plus 1, 13, plus 2, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Is that what you got said?
Yep.
24. Is that good? Alright. Now, perimeter is covered on page 176 in our book. So if you need to pause to find that first, go for it. I'm turning. Go ahead, Seth. Let's find 176. Oh, my bad, 170. Now they paused and found 176. Around 176, flip back to 170. Sorry about that. And this is where you can see it's explained pretty simple. And perimeter is the measure of the distance around the edge of any flat shape. In other words, we're just adding up all the outside boundaries. Add up all those lengths, right? So here's the challenge. Let's go over here to the skill focus because we already ran through one. And let's look at skill focus on page 171. And let's try number 1. Go ahead and hit pause if you want at home and do that, and then push play and I'll go through it with you. Alrighty, welcome back. Seth and I are going to go ahead and solve this one. So, as I always do for all my figures, you know, I always like to redraw them. Okay? So we'll redraw this rectangle. I'm a terrible drawer, especially when I'm holding the camera with one hand. Alright. So they give us a side of 5.8 centimeters and 11.6 cm. Cedric, what do we know about these rectangles then?
All sides.
What sides are?
Same.
Opposite sides, right? So on the bottom here he's got 11.6, so he knows the top is
11.6.
and he knows the right side is 5.8, so the other side is 5.8. So I like to write mine in right away. 5.8 and 11.6. And now I'm ready to add up my 4 sides. And Cedric's doing it on his calculator. What do we get when we add that up?
34.8.
34.8. I don't know if he's right or not, but
It's the whole thing.
you add them up on the calculator? Alright. He says he's right. If you're at home and he's wrong, we'll taunt him and tease him on Edmodo later. Alright. Did you get that one right? Alright. If you did, go ahead and hit pause. Do number 2 and 3. 2 should be really easy if you're looking at that right now. All the sides are the same, right? They're all equals 15.
16.
Is it 16? That's 15, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give this one away. Pause if you don't want me to give it away, and then listen to it. You add up 15 and 15 is 30. 15 more is 45, and then 15 beyond that is 60. It's counting by 15s. It would be 60, right? And number 3 should be fairly easy. If you can do mental math really good, you can say, okay, 13 and 16. Pause if you don't like to hear the answer ahead and you want to do it yourself. 13 and 16 makes 29, and then 10 more would be 39. And number 4, again, we're just adding up, but now we got to add up with some decimals. Okay, let's go on to an example that would be more like the test where they don't necessarily always give you a drawing. So number 5. Okay, it says a rectangular room. Well, that right away makes me want to draw a rectangle. How about you, Ced? So I draw a rectangle. We know a rectangle has opposite sides that are equal, and they aren't necessarily always all the same, or else we call it a square. But there's my really bad rectangle. It says a rectangular room is 14 by 12. So 14 is my long side, 12 feet is my other side. And it says a carpenter plans to install molding along the top of each wall. What is the perimeter of the room in feet? Perimeter means we just got to figure out our opposite sides, which we know 14, 12. And Cedric, being the smart fellow he is, has already added these up now. And he added them up. And what did he get? Dun dun dun. 52. Beautiful. Cedric, you are on fire. Alright. Here's my challenge. I challenge you to go through 6, 7, and 8. Okay? And pay attention to the drawings and what it's actually asking. And then if you need help, get on Edmodo and ask questions. Until then, good luck, and just remember, it's easy as adding them up. Later.